Meditation is about, maybe I can give you some example, something like that, in which you still the body and with the back straight, still remaining relaxed, and gaze, if you meditate, can meditate with closed eyes or with open eyes, then the gaze goes 45 degrees like that, open, relaxed. It's really to be in contact with what is in the present moment, meaning the body, breathing in and breathing out, and with this sense of, could be of opening to what is here and now, and actually getting more and more contact with oneself and what is around us. And the mindfulness is related to meditation and has to do with being mindful, being aware of what is here and now, but not only in meditation, also in all situations of life. Suppose that we are washing dishes or we are talking with another person, it's just listening mindfully, to be there with the mind rather than mind wandering to somewhere else. When we talk about meditation, it can really include many practices. Usually, in science, there are four main categories of meditation practices. One is called focused attention meditation, meaning really to be concentrated on, for example, the breath. Could be the breath here, or the flow of the breath going inside, or the movement of the belly or the chest. Wherever we feel it better, we sense it better, the breath. Then some practices, for example, Tibetan practices, it can be just focusing on one point outside, really monitoring whether the mind is on the meditation object or it's just wandered in elsewhere, distracted, and then noticing the distraction and bringing it back to the meditation object in a gentle way. It's not the concentration by strain, you know, that is a kind of, produces a kind of tension in the body and the mind. Then there is what is called open monitoring meditation, which is really has to do with open presence, to be aware of whatever is around us. And then there is the so-called loving kindness meditation or compassion meditation, which emphasizes a kind of a motivation or mind state to be really to wish happiness and well-being, to the intention for oneself and others, and a sense of caring for oneself and others. And then there is the actual mantra meditation, also quite widespread, is really kind of silently or actually by speech repeating a mantra. And for example, Buddhist mantra could be Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, internally, for example. And this is also, so let's say, these four main categories that have also been studied in science. We get so busy in the to-do mode, and that we forget ourselves. We forget our feelings. We forget actually the present moment. You know, it's always to be hijacked by ideas, what shall I do next, or some past coming in, and so we never enjoy the connection with the reality of the present moment. I mean, we really need to make some effort by realizing that we have some emotional costs by our lifestyle nowadays. So we hurry from one place to another. and we do multitasking. We sit in one place with our body and mind goes elsewhere. We now have a lot of tablets, smartphone, and so on. But if we don't unify body and mind, this can facilitate the stress. We can go in distress. We may no longer be in contact with our bodily feeling and emotions. And we know that this is not going to be healthy, actually. So I think it's worthwhile to invest some time every day to practice meditation. And studies show that even 10 minutes per day can have beneficial effects on attention and emotion regulation. We performed this study by actually using different techniques like electroencephalography, magnetoencephalography, and functional magnetic resonance imaging. And we could see that there is a transformation of brain activity with meditation practice. That basically one key point was that the brain with meditation practice may spend energy in a much more efficient way. Actually, by focusing more and reducing the, let's say, the waste of energy of just by mind wandering and, just going, following one thought after the other. In Buddhist teachings, this is called the monkey mind, jumping from, one tree to the other. And then when this is done, of course, much more energy is left available to the brain. And let's say that also when we go to bed at the end of the day, there is, we don't feel so tired. We found that it involves the major brain networks that orchestrate many processes of attention, emotion regulation, and consciousness. This is in line with some evidence from some labs showing that already after 5 days of meditation practice, 20 minutes per day, there are benefits in attention, in the feeling of more ease, less stress, and even on effects on the body of these practices. So, a few days, I think you may taste the benefit of it. For some persons having, for example, vulnerability to psychosis, or let's say also the vulnerability to dissociative, to dissociative phenomena, it does not seem that meditation is recommended. And so, or you could also say that a particular care will be needed in that case, because, for example, there is evidence that in post-traumatic stress disorder, for example, also mindfulness meditation can help, but of course, possibly by integrating it with psychotherapy and other, probably other techniques. So it's important also as an area of research to study more and more this area of side effects, and being aware that because it's a transformative practice, it's it's something that you really need to. It's recommended to be, especially when one goes in intensive practice, for example, meditation retreats lasting several days or weeks, really to inform the teacher about any events related to history of, for example, past problems with anxiety, depression, or and to be followed by appropriate teachers. That is an important aspect of the practice. I invite them to really experience that, because if you don't experience that, it's, you know, it's after all, it's all about experience.